It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey everyone, it's Gary K and
Steph Beckett. Happy Wednesday.
Hey Steph, welcome back.
Hey.
We're both at our regular places. You're in the studio. I like the new vibe of the studio, by the way. I see that there's some improvements there.
Yeah.
Little refresh.
A little refresh. Refresh is kind of the theme of the episode today.
Actually, can I say it? Can I announce it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do a video announcement on this.
Okay.
But I'm excited that we have completely overhauled, refreshed, redone, whatever word you want to use, launch. When you log into launch, it looks totally different. Here you go. Here's a view of it. And it's not just that we're using the sliding card format to show you our events, but we now have one-click join. Basically, you register once and you click one button to join any of our events. You don't have to fill out a registration form every time you go to an event. You have the ability to track your participation in the platform. Lots of new features. We have spent time and money updating launch to bring it. I mean, listen, it was the best communication / webinar / collaboration, whatever you want to call it. We call it an online and virtual and also hybrid events platform in the industry. Now it's the only one in the industry officially. Like we had a little bit of competition out there, but they're gone. And now this is the platform for everybody. Launch. We're really excited about version 2.0. And I think if y'all will take the time to look through it, you'll really enjoy the new features. But the best one is going to be the fact that you can register once. So once you've registered for launch, you can do one-click registration for any of the events you want to join. Steph, I'm excited about that.
Me too. And I'm excited about the look. I think we paid attention to.
Yeah, let's have Emily go back to that. I mean, it's much more modern. Love it.
We paid a lot of attention to like UI and UX and how people actually tend to use a site like this. It makes it a lot easier also to find the on-demand events. So that was another thing that I loved. I think previously they were a little bit hard to navigate, a little bit hard to find past events. I would often just email people the links to past events when they would ask. So I think that this makes everyone's lives a little bit easier and it looks great. And I'm also very excited about it.
Yeah, I think all of us should be very proud. We started this, it amped up during the pandemic, but we started it before the pandemic. We started working on this. I had the idea for it in 2018 and really started working on it in 2019. The pandemic happened to come. Steph, do you remember that meeting we all had where I had to stay in the Aloft Hotel because I just returned from a trip and y'all were all in the office meeting? That was when we all had to quarantine. If you traveled, you had to quarantine. And we were
it was like our brainstorming meeting for the platform because we realized we needed to really
make it
put
better
the
online.
Metal.
Yeah, and we had built it for a hybrid. Primarily, because if you may remember, we did a hybrid event for Almo before the pandemic, and then you're correct. Steph, we had to really pay more attention to it just being a virtual events platform.
Yeah, that was like one of my first big meetings when I joined full time. That was right before we, worked from home for 2 weeks, which meant we worked from home for a year.
Yeah.
And it was our last big in-person meeting in March 2020. So
yeah, that's exactly right. The first week of March, and look at us now. I mean, I don't know how many we haven't actually stopped to count, but we've probably done. I'm going to estimate.
Oh wait, it said. I know. Okay, you
total
tell
events?
me.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell me what you think, and I'll tell you.
I'm going to say we've done 175. I don't know. What is
254.
254. So we've done 254 events. I didn't even know that. 254. That's something else I need to put in that little promo piece, Emily. 254 events in launch since 2020. We're really proud of the platform, and launch week 14 is coming up. We'll give you more details about that at the end of the broadcast. But I know we got a lot of news to talk about today, including the reminder of the rAVe Reader's Choice Awards. This is easy to do. You can submit a nomination. You know, as we say in the link, it's powered by the AV community. Everyone loves our Best of Infocom Award products, but this is our Reader Choice products. So our Reader's Choice Awards. So this doesn't just cover a show like Infocom and ISE. It covers anything, right, Steph?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have like a new product section, so you can nominate for a product that has come out this year. We also have an overall section. So if your product or you have used a product and just really loved it this year, even though it's not necessarily new, there's a section for you to nominate that as well. You can nominate education, like best, industry education. You can nominate favorite distributor, favorite integrator, favorite manufacturer. There are so many categories, so chances are you will find one or a few that you want to nominate for.
Yeah, so go for it. When's the deadline, Steph?
Yeah, so the form closes completely on September 8th because that gives me and Gary a time to go through all of the nominations. We narrow them down. We go through all of that, and then we give them back to the AV community to then vote on the finalists that we choose. So make sure to keep getting those nominations in, because if you didn't nominate, you won't make it to the finalists. So go ahead and do that. Everyone gets one ballot. You can nominate for multiple things in that ballot, but one submission each.
Yeah, by the way, you can nominate yourself, meaning you can nominate your own products, your own company. Yeah, do it, because if you're proud of what your company's doing, you're proud of a new product, you're a product manager and you want to give it a shot, because once you put it on the ballot, it has a chance to be voted on, because it's a two-step process, as Steph said, because we ultimately have to aggregate it, and then we publish like the top. We've historically done top 3, 4, or 5, depending on the category. Some categories are crowded categories, so we do maybe top 5. Some categories are less crowded, so we maybe do top 3. It kind of depends on, if there's a huge vote disparity, we won't maybe do 4 or 5. But anyway, yeah, so check it out. Like I said, we have a lot to cover today.
Yes, we do. So the second thing is that the August temperature check is still open for a few more days. So go ahead and get your answers in. This time we are talking about like immersive spaces and kind of emerging tech. So we're talking about AI powered automation, digital twins, all of that. I am seeing which emerging tech that you all are paying attention to right now and what is just kind of a trend not super relevant to us. So it's like 3 questions. It takes like 2 minutes to fill it out. And as always, we are giving away 2 $50 Amazon gift cards to 2 random respondents. So there's a chance that you get something out of it. So please answer that. It helps me out a lot. It's on ravepubs.com. Thank you.
All right. Help Steph out. That's the key, right?
Yeah. Help me out.
Yeah,
why not?
help her out.
All right. So really quick, we're going to go to a quick commercial from our sponsor and partner, Shure. This is on the IntelliMix Foundation system. So check this out. We'll be right back. All right. Sometimes I forget that I can just write if I want to for our website.
Yeah, and actually you did a great job. You texted me an article yesterday, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it's a follow-up to what I wrote earlier this year, but it's sort of a continuation of the theme of, AI, which I hate how much people talk about AI. I just feel like it's it's just like, I hate the terminology around it. I hate the word AI slop. I hate all of it. I love AI as a platform, but I just hate how people, are making claims about it when they don't have any clue. If anyone tells you what they know is going to happen in AI, they have to be lying to you, because even the people building AI don't really know, which is a problem, right? I mean, that's part of the reason why I think you wrote the article.
Yes. So basically, I wrote an article, or a little column, a little blog, if you will, that's about this concept that's pretty new. It's kind of come about in the past couple of years as AI has kind of become more popular. And it's this concept of AI guilt, where we feel guilty every time we use generative AI. At least I do, because it's like, should I be thinking for this myself? Should I be executing upon this myself? Am I just building more AI slop that's on top of more AI slop? Am I wasting energy? Like, this is kind of, a lot of people go through this every time they do something. So I think that the fix to a lot of this AI guilt is for companies to build AI policies about when you are supposed to use generative AI and when you are not supposed to. Because I think that will help a lot of us from feeling so guilty, and from knowing I can't use it for this, I have to rely on my own brain. Because I also worry about like am I getting stupid? Because like I just, run a command when I could have thought about this myself. Like, is my brain atrophying? Am I still able to be a critical thinker?
You had an example in there.
Yeah.
That's actually 20 years old, which is, you're sitting around as a group of friends and you're like, what's that thing called again? What's that thing? And everybody would just Google it instead of using the brain to remember what that thing was called. Now, of course, when we want to find, like, some YouTuber / TikToker, I forget his name actually, went to Virginia Tech yesterday and basically shut the university down because he's so popular. Everybody like wanted to see him, and they're like following him around. Starts with a C, has one name. Anyway, and I had to look it up. Well, of course I looked it up on ChatGPT, because that would give me a lot more information. Like, it gave me context as to how he got popular, because he only had, I have students that have 6, 7, 8, 9 million followers, and they don't have the popularity he has. He only has 1.1 million. So I'm like, how is this person only 1.1 million that popular? And you would think, since I'm teaching a social media class, that I would know who this is, but some of these fringe people pop up really quickly. And what ends up happening is you sort of, I don't want to say call it lazy, because I think, maybe you're not using your brain. It's just a new way of doing things. Like, it used to be that a doctor back in the 1950s performing surgery would have to, do this step by step and actually learn every single step and do it manually. Then automation came along, and some of it, that didn't make the doctor more stupid. It made the doctor more efficient, right? So you can use this analogy for everything. Cars now are computers, not just cars. Means that people who were trained how to fix cars 30 years ago can only fix old cars, or they have to get retrained on the new cars. So it doesn't mean that they're any less smart. It means that they have to relearn as they move along. So AI is the same way. What I have a problem with is two things, Steph. I mean, this is, since we didn't have an intro, chance to talk about this. One is, because I know we have an interview coming up with Jason McGraw of CEDIA, which shows coming up, which I'm really excited about, because simultaneous to CEDIA happening, Apple's going to introduce their whole home control system. So I'm excited about that. But two things about AI I want to mention. Number one is, there is still, and this is the thing I can't totally wrap my head around, there is still not a profitable AI platform anywhere. Like, none of them are profitable. They're all losing not hundreds of millions of dollars, literally billions of dollars a month. This is not like a year thing, a month. And so it's not sustainable without a model to make money, unless you decide to become a utility, which is what OpenAI was originally supposed to be. The three founders, Sam Altman was one of them, and Elon Musk was the second, and I forget who the third was. The three founders of OpenAI, they started as a nonprofit and it was supposed to be a utility. So the question is, should it be a utility? Should it be like power and water so that everyone has equal access to it? And also, that I'm not an equal access person necessarily on everything, but I think in the case of like, what should this, how, but the point is, it's not sustainable. And then the second thing is, when you've built your entire company based on an AI profit motive, you're in trouble, because it's not sustainable from the standpoint of, I'll give you a data point. McKinsey just published a report, and I'm sure you can Google it and find it, that says that 25% of Gen Z, which is age 28 down to, I think, 13, correct me if I'm wrong there, Steph, 25% of them are intentionally not using AI. This goes beyond sort of like the 2% that uses a flip phone rather than a smartphone because they just were rebelling. This is like literally a movement, and you might say, well, they'll be held back because they're not using AI. No, that's a choice, right? And so I think this is going to be an interesting battle, and I think that what I caution everyone on is simply building your entire business, entire, world around AI is maybe not the best way to go. Maybe have it as a feature, but not necessarily the primary driver in your organization.
Yeah, I think that's really fair advice. But yeah, give the article a read if you want to, and let me know what you think as well. That's always really helpful.
Yeah, and I want everybody to pay attention to this interview Steph did with Jason McGraw earlier in the week. And remember that you can register for CEDIA, which is in Denver for the last time this year, by using the code rAVe26. All you do is type in rAVe26 and get your free entry into the show floor. Of course, we're covering it. We have been covering it for years. I forget, maybe 10 straight years, 12 years. You can go to ravepubs.com/CEDIA Expo. But hey, let's run this interview, Steph.
Absolutely. You and I talk pretty much every year about what's going to be new at CEDIA Expo, but I also wanted to ask, what is happening in the residential integration market right now that you think will probably shape the conversations that we have in Denver this year?
Sure. We have a lot on tap this year. We have over 65 new exhibitors. We've been collecting new product announcements from all the major brands at the show. I think we have over 200 at last count of new products that we know of that brands have shared with us. And we've captured a bunch of those online, both with CE Pro and on the show directory, the mobile app. Attendees will be able to find what's new at the show. So we're very, very pleased about that. Hearing a lot about AI this year. That's on everybody's lips as we talk about how that influences not only the technology, but how people do business and find information these days, and whether it's in smarter control systems or business tools. So we have a lot of information about AI capabilities at the show, and we've seen a lot of new product announcements of products that will be unveiled at the show that employ AI. This year, we've added with IMCCA an AI lab on the show floor with the AI chefs, so attendees can learn. And CEDIA also has a number of AI-related topics in their education conference this year. Also seeing a lot of discussion about energy management and sustainability as customers are demanding more of that. And of course, with unfortunately, with some of the climate and weather issues that we have, homeowners want more redundancy in their systems. So there's a big opportunity there. EV chargers. So a lot of information on that. Lighting continues to be a very strong and growing segment at the show. We have over 50 lighting manufacturers exhibiting with us this year. A lot of lighting content at the show as well. We still see growth in security products as well. But the core of the show, when you talk about audio, video, home theater, control systems, we have all the bellwether brands on the show floor this year. Awesome collection of sound rooms and demo rooms, nearly 20 of those, both on the floor and in the convention center meeting rooms. Some great demos that we're hearing about in some of the exhibit booths as well. So that's always a plus, to be able to come to the show, not only see the product, but hear it, feel it, experience it. So yeah, we're super excited about all those opportunities this year. So we think there is a heck of a lot that's new at the show for attendees to see and discover.
I love Jason. I've known Jason since 30 some years now. I mean,
Yeah, he
I
was
mean,
telling
we
me
were both
about that
kids,
during the interview that he's known you for a very, very long time.
and we were both kids.
Because
I mean, we helped in a weird way. You know, us and a lot of other people sort of were there for the development of this industry as far as the second wave. That first wave was from when the industry went from film to video, which, you know, I wasn't even alive then. But then the second wave was like sort of like the heyday of the projector moving from
Yep.
CRT to LCD, and the huge growth of all the display technologies moving from from CRT to plasma to LCD. And he was there the whole time. And he, as much as anyone, helped the industry grow by running Infocom. Like, we're running the show stuff. I mean, he did it for more than 20 years.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a lot of respect for him. I'm excited to see him at the show, and I'm excited to be at CEDIA Expo. So if you're going to be there, let me know. I'll be there with Corey, who is also on the editorial team. We're going to do our best. We're going to be on the floor shooting videos and collecting, kind of like, having someone there to help me kind of take on the coverage of the show. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you there. Really quick, we have a message from our sponsor and partner, Crestron, and this is on the install that they did at Spotify Camp Nou in Barcelona, Spain. Check this out. Gary and I will be right back.
The new cathedrals of the big cities are the stadiums. We are focused to construct the biggest and the best stadium in Europe and the best stadium in the world.
It's a really ambitious project in terms of technology to design a fully connected ecosystem across all areas of the stadium. The only brand who can deliver a unified ecosystem with AV over IP technologies is Crestron.
We are not selling football, we are selling experience. Technology must be invisible for the fans. It must work. The Crestron system was essential to afford that kind of new experience in the venues.
All right, a couple more bits of news here. So these are a couple of demos that I'm looking forward to seeing at CEDIA Expo. The first one, this is Next Level Acoustics. There's going to be a Beyond the Room immersive audio demo at CEDIA. I am so excited about this. It is supposed to showcase movement, dynamics, impact, scale of high-performance home cinema systems. So it's gonna open, of course, the first day of the show of the expo, which is the 2nd of September. And I am very excited. It's gonna be a 9.4.6 Soundroom 7 experience. So I cannot wait. I love demos like this.
All right. Well, for the second year, Lumigen is partnered to build the ultimate home theater. The partners include Next Level Acoustics, obviously, Christie Projection, Stewart Film Screens, Speaker Power, Storm Audio, Simplified Acoustics, Pixel Perfect, and Cinemotion are going to all work together to create a 4K 120 ready theater, 8K ready theater, but they're going to actually show the content in 4K 120. It's going to be awesome. It's like, hey, if you wanted the ultimate theater in your house and you could afford the ultimate theater, this is it. So that demo, of course, there'll be a line for that demo. People will, want to see it, and they're willing to stand in line for it. But check it out at CEDIA.
Absolutely. So in product news, Aver launched a new NDI encoder and decoder made to simplify your AV over IP deployments. It connects your cameras, displays, room systems across the network, and is made to create a more efficient deployment of your meeting and learning and collaboration environments. So of course, seamless conversion then between HDMI, USB-C, and NDI video sources. So to get the full specs and information on that, go to ravepubs.com.
All right, let's see what's next on our story list here. I guess next we go to ViewSonic. Check out this stuff, the 4K new 4K commercial displays for signage and any kind of presentation stuff from ViewSonic. Check this out.
All right, so a couple more stories here. First, we have a new report from Genetech that has found that retailers are expanding their physical security beyond just loss prevention. So this is in its 2026 State of Physical Security report, and it took some responses from retail professionals all over the world. And basically, it is showing that retailers are starting to view physical security as a business function that supports all of their operations and employee safety and modernization efforts, whereas they used to simply view it as loss prevention, and they just aren't seeing it like that anymore. So I think that's only good for both the security industry and the AV industry, because they are now using physical security data to improve their decision making and other things. So people are taking this seriously, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? All right, so Crestron has introduced the DSC 12G HD and the DSC HD 12G also are both available. Sorry, A and G are both available. I should say that again, right? You have the DSC 12G HDA, and I'm not sure why we have it the same in the story. There's supposed to be another letter there. I think it's B. Anyway, there are two 4K. That's what threw me off. There's two 4K scalers, or maybe one's A and one's not A, because if you look at that first line,
Yep.
that's where it's at. They're both 4K 60 scalers that incorporate both SDI and HDMI workflows, so it can be used for live events and for installs. And the A version, or I think the non-A version, includes conversion of all the SDI formats into HDMI, and the A version also converts, does the other way around, converts HDMI into SDI, which, so depending on, the application, obviously in live events, SDI is all over the place. And it's in their half rack enclosure, doesn't need a fan or anything like that. So both of them are now shipping. So for live events and installs, it's a product that converts HDMI to SDI, and then SDI back to HDMI.
Yes, I think it's DSC 12G HDA and DSC HG 12GA.
Okay.
So it's 12G HDA or
it's
HD
reversing.
12GA.
Okay, so all they're doing is reversing the HD.
Yes,
And
that
the
was
12G.
really
Okay.
That
is
really
confusing. That threw me off, but maybe
That threw me off too.
my old brain is having a hard time processing that for some reason.
My middle-aged brain was really struggling with that too.
Yeah.
All right, Sony and Vitek have partnered, and this is for IPTV and digital signage. So this is a strategic, completely global collaboration. It is supposed to kind of take Sony's Bravia professional displays, but then with Vitek's IPTV and digital signage platform, helps to deliver this across like a entire place, a entire zone. So it kind of allows you to bring like a playerless IPTV solution to the display system on a chip, Android-based Bravia deployment. So it's just another way of doing digital signage. Basically, I think Sony has a few different partnerships. You can go with a few different, whoever you want to do the digital signage kind of management of that. But it's supposed to make it a lot easier because you don't need a player and all this extra stuff to be able to control digital signage and send messaging to different places within a facility.
All right. So as we mentioned, top of the hour,
Yes.
Launch 2.0 launches today. It's already, if you go to launch.com, you'll see the entire new interface. We have new features to allow you to update your account, your profile information. We have the ability for you to now one-click register, right? You still got to join, but one-click register for any event. So once you're registered in the system, you can click register for any of the events that come up. We have a whole new user interface, and we're going to put on events in this new platform starting in September. We have an event where we partnered with Panasonic, the Future of Immersive Events, on September 17th, 2026. Obviously, immersive events are raising the bar for museums, live entertainment, experiential venues, and arenas, stadiums. I mean, just kind of everything. Even malls, in some cases, are turning into those types of places. And although projection is being overtaken in many areas by other display technologies, one thing that none of the other display technologies can do, Steph, is pixel projection mapping, or putting images on the side of buildings and putting content anywhere. Right, that's the thing. The nice thing about a projector is when you turn it off, the wall or whatever you're putting it on is what it is. When you turn it on, it becomes an immersive experience. Any of the other display technologies, when you turn them off, they are a black rectangle. So that's one of the events that we got coming up. And we also have Launch Week 14, right, Steph?
Yeah, it is coming up. That is October 27th, 28th, and 29th.
I think it's 28th, 9:30.
No, I think I just wrote it wrong. It's 27th, 28th, 29th. Because the 30th is a Friday. So I know it's on a Friday.
Yeah.
So
we're
it is
making lots
12...
of weird mistakes today, aren't we? Like little stupid things.
I think that I'm just stupid today or something.
I'll tell you, I feel stupid. I'll tell you.
So everyone excuse us. I guess we're just kind of stupid today.
Killing us.
Well, anyway, it is, in fact, the 27th, 28th, and 29th. And it's going to be great. Gary, you're coming on for a session with me. You're going to do the coffee break session where people can just ask us stuff, which I think will be fun. People can ask us whatever question they want, maybe not whatever question. Don't ask us anything weird, but ask us anything like normal and we'll answer that. Right. And that's why we got moderators, so that no one can ask us anything weird. So that'll be great. That'll be wonderful. And we're going to do a coffee break session every day because that little happy accident from last launch week where our content didn't play. So people just asked me stuff for like 30 minutes and it was really fun. So we're doing it, but this time planned. So make sure to come. And also the entire 3 days of content, if you come to every single day, every single session, it is worth 9 CTS, CTSI, or CTSD RUs. So that's like basically what you need for the year if you are doing the getting 30 every 3 years to renew. So super exciting. I hope you guys come. You can go ahead and sign up, put that on your calendars, and we're finishing up planning the content for that. So if you have any ideas for any sessions that we should include, let me know. Yeah,
we're open to other things. So if you're a brand and you want to promote something, you want to launch something, which is the whole point of the platform. If you want to launch something new because there's no show this fall, this is a chance to do it because this is going to be the largest audience in AV in one place at one time in the fall, by far. So definitely do it on launch. And so if you're an integrator and you want to talk about something cool you're doing, because then users come to our platform as well. If you're someone who has a product idea and you want to talk about, we have an opportunity for you. We have all sorts of different sessions that you could come on and participate in, or you could even sponsor a session if you want to be a thought leader or something like that. So yeah, just reach out to one of us. Both of us are at therAVEagency.com. Just use our first name, Gary or Steph, Steph.
Yep. All right, everyone, that is our show for today. Next week, I will be coming to you from Denver since I will be at CEDIA Expo, and it's going to be great. Gary will be kind of holding it down from the home front for me, and looking forward to that. So see y'all in Denver next week if you're going to be there. This has been another episode of rAVe TV. We'll see you guys later.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary.